Hello and welcome everyone to another Comic Movie Marks video.
The Snyder Cut trailer has been dropped, and we are going to answer some questions for a lot of people that may have understood some things a little bit differently. Flat out, they just got some stuff wrong, and we are going to correct those for you.
Bless their hearts. Top 5 things that people had no fucking clue what they were talking about when it came to the Snyder Cut trailer. I'll be honest with you, unlike Shane.
Yeah, that's probably a better way to say it.
As Shane said, the Snyder Cut trailer dropped and we got to watch a bunch of different reactions and analysis of the trailer. And it's kind of funny to see what the casual audience or the people that think they know what the hell they're talking about think about this trailer. Honorable mentions as well that I just want to roll through real fast.
I thought you'd never ask.
This hologram, that is Superman, not Supergirl. The aspect ratio is gonna be 4:3 or 1.33. That is not just for social media. It will appear on HBO Max in 1.33. Cyborg at that grave is not him digging up Superman, it is digging his own grave. And no, Superman does not accidentally kill Lois.
I'm gonna do a little potential plot speculation here, so bear with me. In Batman vs. Superman, a time-traveling Barry tells Bruce, and in the Whedon cut, the sight of Lois prevents Superman from staying evil. So I think that in this movie, Superman accidentally kills Lois, and this will permanently turn him to the dark side.
How about no?
Number 5. That's right, we're gonna talk about young Darkseid or Uxas. Many people in their reaction videos say, oh, that's Darkseid, and of course then there's some criticism immediately after because he's not wearing the traditional armor. Why is he using this weapon? Surprisingly, Screen Crush's Ryan, who has made an appearance on this show before, not physically, no, but he was part of one of our favorite episodes of his original breakdown of the Snyder Cut teaser. He actually did an excellent breakdown of what Uxas is in the DC universe and what he is in the Snyder Cut. Basically a young Darkseid. Before any of the Omega effect, he's just a warrior at this point, and that's why he carries the weapon he does, and no armor. So this is actually a young Darkseid. Even Snyder described him as baby Darkseid.
I don't know what the hell you feed him, but he is too damn big!
Even though there has been a lot of positivity around Darkseid being the very first image that you see in this trailer, there is still a lot of misconceptions in terms of, yes, him not having the armor, him looking a little bit different, him wielding a spear, and also a lot of people seem to think that this version of Justice League is going to focus solely on Darkseid as the main antagonist and not Steppenwolf. No, this is from the history lesson. This is a little bit different. That's why he is Uxas. He is a younger version of Darkseid. He's not quite the Darkseid that we know yet.
And that is called character growth. And yes, that is the history lesson, not a nightmare scene. I did see some people getting that wrong as well. What Steppenwolf was in the regular theatrical cut during that history lesson that Wonder Woman explains to Bruce, that is supposed to be Uxas. That is supposed to be Uxas's battle against Earth's mightiest heroes.
I understood that reference.
Number 4.
Oh, they just replaced. Well, that's what Darkseid looks like. Well, I mean, he looks better than Steppenwolf. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. With the hood, he looks stupid.
And the reveal of Steppenwolf, who, oh my God, looks so much better than the version we saw in 2017.
You were literally too stupid to insult.
So that is Darkseid, not Steppenwolf, not Darkseid with a hood. Kind of surprised on this one. A lot of individuals did not know this was Darkseid. There was some that did, but when I watched many reaction videos, a lot of people just blankly look at the screen at that point or have no idea who it is, or in this case, as you saw in those previous clips, completely fuck it up.
You done fucked it up!
This is something I will cut some people a little bit of slack on. Darkseid is not is not a well-known character in the DC universe, so that's fine. However, just to assume that this is what Steppenwolf looks like now, or what Darkseid is with a hood, it doesn't even look close to that. And on the Steppenwolf thing, his face is a little bit different. I've seen some reaction videos of like, oh, we haven't seen his face yet, so this must be his face. It's showing Darkseid. No, that's not Steppenwolf.
Plus, there's a lot of concept art there. If you really want to see Steppenwolf's face, there's plenty of concept art out there showing Steppenwolf's face, or this version of Steppenwolf's face. But I'm not quite sure why anybody would care about Steppenwolf's face after this dipshit that we saw last time. We didn't want his face to be shown. We don't want a humanoid face, so why the f does people care about his face? Also, one of the dumbest arguments I have possibly ever seen on Twitter, which is saying a lot, my friends. According to some people, they think Snyder is ripping off Marvel's Corvus Glaive when it comes to the Darkseid design.
Oh wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
The concept artist that did both characters is the same person. So who would have imagined when it comes to gray-looking henchmen would possibly draw similar-looking people? That's what happens when you have a very good concept artist doing the concept art for a lot of these major movies.
Yeah, I've read that as well. Unfortunately, people think that Snyder ripped off Marvel with both Darkseid and with Darkseid being in this, but if we remember correctly, back when this version of Justice League was originally supposed to come out, we were supposed to have Darkseid and Thanos in the same year.
And one of the most headache-inducing tweets I have ever read in my life, probably the ultimate troll of trolls, I would say, because this comment damn near killed me. I have never seen a tweet that actually physically hurt me after reading it.
I'm having chest pain.
Number 3. Now this isn't necessarily a big mystery. I have seen several channels break this particular piece down. There is also some channels that gave it a little bit more meaning than what it really had. And I think there's a couple other things that were maybe misunderstood or missed in this as well. But obviously that glimpse we get into the nightmare scene from Bruce's vision during Batman vs. Superman, obviously the destroyed Justice League Manor, and several Easter eggs showing obviously Aquaman's trident, Wonder Woman's shield, a portrait of Thomas Wayne, and then of course the Joker card that flaps in. Also, another Easter egg that I felt some missed over is obviously the Justice League art, similar to what we saw in the Super Friends, but this also has some significance if you are a longtime Snyder fan. What we sometimes tend to do here on Comic Movie Marks is we've been in these weeds, these deep weeds for so long, sometimes it's hard to come back. Enjoy the shallow end for a little bit, be a fan a little bit more than other than someone that's just breaking down everything. But one of the cool things about this shot that's significant for us major Snyder fans or Justice League Snyder fans, this is a shot from that original storyboard that dropped very early on in 2018. One of the big pieces of evidence of Zack Snyder's Justice League that was dropped, showing Darkseid, showing the significance of how different his movie was from what we saw in theaters.
Yeah, it seems that this whole clip from this trailer has mainly been glossed over. A lot of people are like, oh, that's cool. There also has been some speculation on where this comes from, how it's going to be pieced in, what it's going to mean for this Justice League movie / series that we're getting. I'm actually enjoying a lot of the speculation and what people think that this might mean. And you can also see that people are starting to understand that this is very similar to the Nightmare scene in BVS, and they are linked together. This scene, this clip, is so important to Justice League, as it is a continuation from BVS. We're not just forgetting BVS ever existed.
Number 2. What I find so interesting about this is that several verified blue check marks on various social media platforms just need to
Shut the fuck up.
I'm tired of people saying that we shouldn't be playing Hallelujah anymore. Hallelujah has ran its course, and especially someone like Snyder should not be using it. No one gives a shit about your opinions anymore. It's actually kind of funny to see that when the media starts having such a strong opinion against something Snyder related, it's actually now doing the opposite of what happened in 2016. It actually turns people against them. People are against anything media related. Anybody with these verified check marks or these accounts giving these type of opinions, the fact that these people are so negative towards the Snyder Cut, it actually is fueling YouTube, the creators on YouTube, more to be fuck you media back and being more pro Snyder Cut. There's so many significant things to this song. Not only does the lyrics line up with what you're seeing on the screen, the song obviously means a lot to what the fans have been wanting for so long. But recently, on the Real Emotion podcast, which we were a part of right after DC Fandom, Shane asked this to Zack Snyder.
So how early did you know you wanted to use the Hallelujah song?
It was on 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Wow. What are your thoughts on that? Like, why did you want to use the Hallelujah song?
A personal song, for our family, for all of us here. And,
Got it.
it's something that I just felt like, was right for this, and I think that song in particular, really, for all of us and it has significance beyond just the movie, and I think we all love the song, and it just felt like.
Are you crying? Am I crying? No, I'm not crying. You're crying.
Before I asked that question, this was actually something that I got wrong, and I did admittedly get sucked into some Facebook and Twitter arguments over this. I assumed that this was something that was chosen recently, given the recent events to the Snyder Cut movement, and that's why Snyder selected this song. I did not realize that it was selected long before, and that it had so much more of a significant meaning. That, not saying that fans aren't significant to this whole thing, I'm sure there's a double meaning to it now. The fact that Snyder selected this song 2+ years ago shows that this particular song has so much more meaning to him and to his family.
Number 1, Black Suit Superman. As I said earlier about stepping back in the weeds, I think there were some misconceptions that we saw about the black suit, and we just want to inform those individuals that, one, it is not a physical suit. I did see that a couple times. So again, this is us stepping back a little bit. There was some channels that were well aware of that the suit was easily modifiable from what it was presented in the theatrical cut. Snyder did the tweaks that he needed to change it in post to a black suit. But it seemed in the reaction videos I saw to be one of the high moments of the trailer, because people, guess what, react to Black Suit Superman. It is a big deal.
That don't make no sense.
Very similar to Darkseid reaction of people recognizing it, comic book nerds recognizing it immediately, going, oh my gosh, this is the black suit. I have also seen on the other side where there are some people who aren't as into comic book movies, aren't as into DC movies as we are, that maybe don't understand the significance of the black suit. That the black suit is his regeneration suit from the comics, and shows the knowledge that Snyder has for this comic book lore, for DC Comics. People say he doesn't understand superheroes or Superman or Batman. This is a prime example that Snyder knows exactly what he is doing, and that's why from the very beginning he wanted to use the black suit. The forethought that Snyder had with this black suit, even though the WB execs forced him and said no one understands what the black suit means, he knew eventually down the line maybe he would do some sort of tweaks. He filmed it in such a way, had color grading with a white backdrop so that he can change it afterwards. Lo and behold, here we are. He was able to do it, and the black suit looks glorious.
Thanks again, guys, for checking out our little episode about the top 5 things that you may not have known what the fuck you were talking about when it came to the Snyder Cut trailer.
As always, we hope you like and specifically share this video to people who may be a little misinformed. That will really help us out a lot. Share this fucking video. That will also help other people understand. And then, of course, subscribe and click the bell for all the notifications so you know when we drop beautiful videos like this one. Also, if you are interested in supporting us, check out our Patreon page. We also have a website where you can check out all of our awesome merchandise. We have a hat, we have a mug, we have a shirt, we have an Elseworld shirt. We are just whoring ourselves out there with merch, so be sure to support us. And also wanted to give a quick shout out to the Real Emotion guys, Ben Everett and John Aaron Garza. We were grateful to be on their show after DC Fandom, and even more grateful after Zack Snyder showed up. What an opportunity to be able to ask him some questions and just shoot the shit with the guy for a couple minutes.
And we got to ask the most important question in the fandom: why didn't Superman have a mullet?
In terms of Superman, and I know you follow comics and stuff like that, and I've been dying to ask you this. If you had the possibility, would you have included the mullet and the beard with the black suit?
Yes, this is the most important question.
By the way, it's a good question. I think
it's a great question.
The beard is a possibility. The mullet.
Oh.
You know, it's just a tough one. It's hard. It's a hard thing to make look badass.
We're not worthy!
In case I don't see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.